Mm-hmm.
We gon' talk about some things tonight.
Yep.
Got a tea in a glass with ice. We got voices, we got views tonight. We got voices, we got views tonight. We gon' talk about some things tonight. Got a tea in a glass with ice. We got voices, we got views tonight. We got voices, we got views tonight. Come to the light.
Rapper.
Who's saying?
He is.
Hello. We are
Hello.
back
We're back. We're back.
with
Episode.
episode 12.
Okay. You're keeping up at least. I have trouble keeping up that we're on 12 already.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, already. We started first week in September, first Friday.
Mm-hmm.
And it won't be long. We'll be celebrating 1 year. All right.
Right.
Welcome, you guys. Welcome in. Welcome in. We're going to start this show off as usual with some announcements. Hey, TikTok family. Good to see you. Good to see you. Welcome to Voices and Views. I'm going to be doing some um, what they say I can post my lives, set it up to advertise it.
Mm-hmm.
And once I do that, I can set it to say I want to monetize it with low followers or something like that. They word it. And once
Uh-huh.
I hit that button, anytime we go live, we'll be having the chance to earn off our views alone.
Oh,
Yes, and
okay.
it won't cost us anything. So I read a little bit about it. So thank you, TikTok, everybody, for putting me up on that and showing me how to do it. Well, showing Chess because that is your job. That ain't my job. I don't do any tech stuff, you guys. It's our tech manager right here. What you got
Okay.
for us? Something
Well, we'll
happening
get
in the
into the
community.
announcements. First up, we have the Fall Fest and Haunted Hayride, which is October 25th from 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. Tickets are on sale now. That's going to
Mm.
be at 4500 East River Road in Rydot, Illinois.
That's in Dot. You guys go in. They're still looking for vendors.
Yep, they're going to
Uh,
have like a haunted hayride and fog
yes.
maze.
They're looking for vendors, and they're also, if you're food vendors, they are looking for licensed food vendors. They made sure they said that. So if you guys like more information, reach out to Voices to me, and I will pass that on to the right person on this event.
All right. Okay, this one already passed.
That one's over.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't do my job, you guys. Supposed to get rid of all the old stuff.
Then Friday, October 31st from 8 p.m. to 12 a.m., The Real Deal is ready for Halloween.
Where?
Live from the Best Damn Bar.
I love that name. I love that name. Hmm.
And that is
Halloween
at
night.
13965 Best Road in Davis, Illinois on Halloween night from 8 p.m. to 12. So,
That's the one I was trying to get you to go to, right?
yeah, don't miss out.
Cause we're gonna be already in costume. We're having that same night an online party,
Mm-hmm.
an online Halloween party.
Yep.
So you guys gotta tune in on Halloween night. It'll just be us and our cocktails.
Okay, and next is Motown and Soul Night back in the day, 60s and 70s dress attire. And tickets are $30 in advance, $35 at the door, and that's going to be Saturday, November 29th from 6 p.m. to 12 a.m. BYOB and eating from 7 to 8. For tickets, you can call Brenda LeBlanc at 815-541-5620 or Tiff Harris at 815-291-2433. And location is going to be at the Masonic Temple.
All right, coming up next month.
Yep, that's next month.
Frankie.
Yes, and they really have sold a lot of tickets for their event. I've seen some of the things they're going to do. I won't speak on any of them because it's going to be a surprise. But
Get that
um,
wardrobe together, come out, have that good time.
yes, get your everything together. And I already got my outfit together, of course. And come out and have some fun. It's BYOB, you guys. When have you been to a party lately that's BYOB? Bring your own bottle. You don't have to spend all that money at the bar. You come in with your own setup. That's the plan I have.
Okay, next event is Ladies Holiday Luncheon, and that's going to be hosted by the Freeport Club, and that's November 9th at 11 a.m. at 1614 South Park Boulevard here in Freeport. Next is the Lincoln Mall Halloween Boo Bash. That's going to be Saturday, October 25th from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. at 1255 West Galena Avenue here in Freeport. And that is hosted by the Lincoln Mall. Next is the Trick or Treat Trail, Saturday, October 25th from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. So if you can make it to both because we got the Boo Bash on the 25th from 1 to 3, and the Trick or Treat Trail is from 3 to 5. And that's hosted by the Freeport Park District.
Mm-hmm.
And they said, enjoy the one stop convenience, stroller friendly walkways, and safe alternative to trekking up and down the streets. Load up on candy and enjoy a taste of Halloween at Craig Park. Okay. Next is the God With Us Youth Conference by High Hope Freeport. We got them in the
Oh,
building today.
all right. Hmm.
It's sponsored by Eastgate Church and
Who is the
Oh.
sponsor? You want to do the announcement on that one?
Yeah.
Eastgate
Why don't you do the announcement on
Church
that one?
and Corey.
Well,
covered
just
with
do the whole
Eastgate.
announcement on
But
that
we
one.
are supporting. So the God with Us Youth Conference is a 2-day event. It'll be October 24th and 25th. So on the 24th is a Friday. So after the football game, we'll meet down on Bishop Wade Street
Mm-hmm.
and Galena Boulevard. And they'll have the concert, Corey and Kermaine Henderson and Tenacity and the Sweats. They are hip hop gospel group. So
Okay.
the following day, Saturday, it'll be two sessions. So it'll be Friday they'll be having games, prizes, and a concert. Saturday
Mm-hmm.
afternoon starting at 11, it'll be games, prizes, worship. Then they delivering the message, and then it'll be a second session that started at 2. So that'll be on the 25th. I encourage everybody
Okay.
to come out October 24th and 25th. After the game on the 24th, come out, enjoy yourself, get that little word with us. And as
So is that
always,
next?
God
That's
with us.
next week, right?
Yes.
Next Friday and
No, what's today's
Saturday.
day?
I don't even know
Today
what
is the
today is.
15th. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah. Will be next Friday and
next
Saturday.
Friday and Saturday.
Hmm.
Okay, all right. That's something to really go out and check out.
Mm-hmm.
If you're
2 day
available, maybe
event.
we should go out and
Yeah, we should.
check out one of those days and
Yeah, I want to
stream
see what they
live or
got going.
something and see what's going on. That would
Yeah,
be,
Eastgate Church. Yeah, definitely come out. And
yeah,
it's a youth conference and God
yeah.
with us. And right
That's some of
now,
the
we know
things
we
that
need
we
with
like
us.
to get in.
Yeah.
Yeah, we like to get involved in things like that. And I put it out there and tell people that if we're available and if it's something we're interested in coming out and attending and going live and streaming and just giving some recognition and not necessarily recognition, given what's the word I'm looking for?
Like awareness.
Yeah, giving some awareness, letting
Yeah,
people
awareness,
see what's
definitely.
going on. We like to be a part and we don't mind coming out streaming, and doing that. So,
Highlighting some of the good things.
yeah, Yes, we highlight all the bad things all the time. So, all right. I think we got one last one.
Yep. And last up is Operation Love Freeport, community awareness
That's without the hoo hoo.
organization. As you can see, my co-host is the founder. She has a nice shirt on, Operation Love Freeport.
Mm-hmm.
It was founded in April 2020, certified August 2020, founded by my co-host Xandra Bright, supporting the elderly and homeless monthly in the Freeport community. Operations ran by children and adults around the community. If you want to contact by email, it's brightzandra123 at gmail.com. Donations can be sent to $Operation Love FR on Cash App. And
Or OperationLoveFreeport.com also.
oh yeah.
Visit our website and go and check it out. I need to add some more things to it.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of that, are you
One more thing.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, and you can call in at 815-275-5468.
Yes. Yes. Always looking for volunteers, you guys, kids and adults. I'm wearing my shirt today because coming up this week is up what we consider Operation Love Day this Saturday. So this Saturday we'll be delivering a lunch this time again to our seniors and the elderly in the community. When I say our seniors, we consider them all our seniors. So we don't have to know them. Most of them we don't know, but we rotate around because we serve up over 100 seniors now. We have a couple of the senior buildings, so we have other things special things we'll drop off to them, and then to our seniors in their homes, we'll deliver a lunch to them tomorrow. We prepared, not tomorrow, Saturday. I'm preparing a nice little lunch for them. Later on that evening, I've been blessed to have a young lady, and Nikki, if you're tuning in, you're probably busy, busy, busy. You and your mom, Tyra, has been awesome help. Is helping taking over our homeless operation at FACC in the evening. So they'll be down there. They'll prepare a meal and go down there, and they conversate with them. They don't just serve a meal; they do things with them. So they'll take care of that on Saturday, and during the day we'll do the delivery. So it'll be a all day, which is every third Saturday of the month. We consider Operation Love Freeport Day. So we have a special guest with us today. Not really, but we have a guest. Okay, we have somebody here. I want to introduce this guy, but Mr. William Brown of High Hope Freeport is in the house. And if you
Mm-hmm.
guys don't know him, he'll tell you what he's involved in, what he's doing. He'll share with you what he want to share, and what he won't. How about that? How about that? So, you guys, listen up, tune in, and if you have comments, questions, you know what to do. But remember, you cannot call in our number. We do have a phone here, and our number is 608-466-6058. Is 608-6466-6058. You guys, if you have questions and everything, I always encourage you to call in before the show starts at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time or after 7, because our phones are all tied up. So, Mr. William Brown is here
Yeah.
in the building from High Hope Freeport.
Mm-hmm.
Talk to the people. You got
Yeah,
people
for
listening.
anyone who's like hearing about High Hope for the first time, how would you describe like what you do?
So, just to give people a background, How Freeport was founded by myself and my wife, Aisha Brown, right? So,
Mhm.
our mission is plain language, but not simple in action. So, our mission is to create a safer, more connected Freeport by addressing the root causes of community violence through engagement, support services, education, prevention, entrepreneurial opportunities, and youth driven initiatives. Our goal is to unite the organizations, city officials, community leaders to come collectively and build on opportunity and planning to make it promote nonviolence in our community, community nonviolence. And our hope in the definition of High Hope Freeport or High Hope in of itself is about defining and controlling the narrative. So you hear narratives, all type of negative narratives. So you won't hear me use words like at-risk youth, impoverished youth, at-risk adults, and things like that. I kind of replace that word with high hope. So high hope youth or high hope individuals or high hope places.
Mhm.
And our approach includes connecting community members to resources that's in the community and fostering peace building at the neighborhood level through youth empowerment, mentoring, mediation, peace building events. And also, one of the backbones of us is supporting those who have been impacted by community violence.
Yes, and there's so much of that going on. I tell you, it's
Yes.
just
Mhm.
people used to say, "Well, I hate to even turn on the news." You don't have to. Just listen to your outside surroundings. You hear it. You don't have to turn. It's happening in your community all around you. You don't have to turn on the TV. That's far away. You should be concerned about what's closer to you first.
Right.
I always felt that way. So say again, when was High Hope Freeport founded?
So How Freeport was actually founded in 2022 for the community members that remember. So in 2022, we were doing like the shoe hoops and our guns events at Deacon Davis Court. We did giveaways. We worked closely with Mike Johnson and his former radio station doing stuff. But we officially got a board intact and all that in 2024.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Okay. So this is a passion of yours. Then I say when you get into doing things like that, I tell people it have to be a passion or it's not gonna work. You're not gonna be involved in it if you don't have the passion. So where do that passion come from?
I agree. So, my first and foremost thing, I'm always transparent about who I am, my background. So, I was originally from Chicago. Got introduced to the system DCFS at 2 years old. So, I grew up in group homes, foster homes. Succumb to all the expectations that kids that come from
Hmm.
that environment come from. Because I'm not only a believer in becoming a product of your environment, but a lot of our young people become a product of the expectation.
Hmm.
So, where you get they won't make it to 18, they'll spend the rest of their life in jail, they'll be dead before they 21. So I kind of
Hmm.
lived up to all those expectations as a young person and ultimately ended up in prison. So I spent 22 and a half years in prison for a crime that I didn't commit. And while I was in prison, I made the transition or the maturation process as I saw more younger people that were younger than me coming into the prisons. I started organizing and creating programs while in prison for those that I
Oh.
knew were being released to get them to try to
Hmm.
think different and move different and explaining to them why you are more important out there than you are in here.
Right, getting them
Yeah.
prepared.
So the passion was there, and having the support. I share this story with a lot of people. One of the staunchest advocates that I had was the mother of Dion Davenport, which was the young man who lost his life in my case. Her name was Denise Davenport, rest in peace. But she was one of my main advocates. Once she knew that I didn't do it, she, wrote the governor for me, her along with my wife and family members, and even the city of Freeport. So they supported me. And once I was released, I had my sentence commuted in 2020. I came
Hmm.
home with that same mentality that I had in prison to try to get in front of some of the violence that was going on in the community, to try to help young people change their lives, tell them the alternatives of what the true interrupters of community violence and gun violence is, which is prison, death, or change. And so bringing that out and meeting a lot of young people and being out in the city of Freeport and in the community and witnessing all the gun violence. Because Freeport is a small community
Mhm.
compared to me being from Chicago, and then understanding the things that we were able to do in Chicago as well.
Mhm.
But bringing that actually out and getting out into the community and being in the streets, talking to the young people, getting active in the community, introducing the community that normally our high hope areas where we have resources in Freeport, but normally either a lack of distrust or lack of community awareness or a lack of organizations reaching out to me. My goal was how do I bring these resources to the areas where they need it, predominantly our third, fifth, and seventh wards. So with that, that birthed the idea for the 40 days of peace and community building. And of course, with I don't want to categorize them as
Mhm.
haters, but people uneducated people, they took it
Mhm.
and ran with it and gave it a negative connotation, a negative narrative, a misinformed narrative from bitter
Mhm.
people that didn't understand what it was, and people who I really don't think care about the violence that go on in our community. They just keyboard warriors and Facebook fearless.
Mhm.
So, but we were able to make a over the 40 days of peace and community building. We were able to have like 7 mediations in conflict. We had 350 community members feedback for our community violence feedback survey. So that was good. We still processing
Mhm.
all that data. So, and
Yeah, that's
then,
good.
yeah,
Yeah.
we had the shoe hoops and our guns tournament where we partnership with Corral Ship, Team Step
Mhm.
Back in the Boys and Girls Club. We had 60 young men in that. That was awesome.
Mhm.
The
Mhm.
kids enjoyed themselves. It was great. Got an opportunity to mentor them. So that is part of one of the initiatives. And for those that hated on it, don't worry. We will be back next summer doing it.
And I keep going back to this and saying, I look at haters as what Cat Williams taught me years ago. They're necessary.
Oh, without question. They my motivation.
Haters are
Yeah.
necessary. And he said, if you don't have any haters, you're not doing anything. You're not doing anything. And he said, you only know you're doing things good when you increase, when you have more haters. Because nobody's going to hate on you or even talk about you if it's nothing you're doing, if you're
Right.
not doing anything, or,
Right.
and I don't let people um, throw anything negative on me as far as something I'm trying to achieve. Well, shall I say, not anymore. So when people don't understand what I'm doing or they spew out something negative, that just gives me more gas to push harder. That's all.
Yeah, I don't think it's necessarily pushing hard. It's people being uneducated. Like
Yeah, a lot of times
most
people
of the
are.
people are very uneducated, and you would think when you discussing something like community violence that that would be
Be
something that
something
would
you
bring people
want.
to the table. So an educated person will say, "Oh, well, I can't get real knowledge from Facebook. Let me find out what these people doing. Like, let me
Hmm.
go and educate myself for it." But if somebody else, like social media in of itself is designed for group thinking. So
Hmm.
anytime someone has an
Yeah.
individual thought, right?
Hmm.
Oh no, no, no. I hate that. I hate that. But they won't go out in the community with you. They want a part
Hmm.
of the peace walks or going out where the violence was happening at and having
Mhm.
conversations with the young people. They'll sit
Right.
back and do this. Tap on their
Mm.
phone. Keyboard warriors and Facebook facilitators is what I call them. But getting the
Yeah,
understanding,
that's
getting the
true.
understanding of what we are actually trying to do and understand that this is something that we want to
Need it.
accomplish for the community. And then when
Right.
you addressing the root causes, and I think that's what people either lack the idea of comprehension, something that they didn't learn in elementary, which was context clues, to comprehend when I say root causes, we talking about
Hmm.
everything, right? Housing, economic, financial literacy, the unaddressed mental health issues that we have going on in our community, trauma,
Mhm.
people that are dealing with domestic violence, and even the people that's been impacted by the
Hmm.
community violence, mothers who lost kids, kids who lost parents. So those are all the things that create an environment where gun violence becomes acceptable. So
Yeah.
when High Hope Freeport, our mission is to address the root causes. So that means you start with younger people. You start mentoring, getting involved in things like that. And with the recent violence that just happened in our community yesterday, people will run right to Facebook,
And talk about it,
and that's
and
all they're gonna
that's
do is
it.
talk about it, as opposed to. And I won't take this away. It is some truthful things being said on it, right?
Hmm.
Things that the community need to hear. One of the loudest things is taking accountability,
That's right.
right?
Mhm.
So, and
Oh
everybody
yes,
got a position to play in it. It's
that's
gonna
right.
take a village. It take the city government, of course.
Hmm.
It's gonna take even our faith leaders, the organizations that's here in Freeport, but accountability, right? You know your cousin, your nephew, or somebody
Yeah.
finna go do something. Talk to them before they do it. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? The mamas, parents, y'all know what them kids got in y'all house. Don't
Hmm.
allow it. So it got to be accountability. We so my goal or my thought is, and even if
Hmm.
this make people upset, I don't care. When do we be accountable to us,
Hmm.
right?
Mhm.
And this is not taken away from the accountability of anybody. No doubt the city government got a role to play in it. No doubt the police got a role to play in it. No doubt um, other community organizations got a role to play in it. But it's everybody. We're gonna need the school system. We're gonna need
Hmm.
the county. Like people getting educated about what's going on. But first and foremost for us is when we start caring about us.
Yeah,
Right.
and we
Yeah.
That's the
start coming
biggest thing. Yeah,
together.
when we start caring about us.
Hmm.
Because I find it asinine sometimes for people to
Hmm.
be like, oh, they're not doing this, that. And it's twofold for me.
Hmm.
I look at it like either you insane, because the definition of insanity is to keep doing the same thing expecting a different outcome. So if you
Mhm.
keep asking the same people that never did nothing for you
Hmm.
to do something for you, what are you expecting?
Hmm.
And then the second part is it, when do we care about us? When do we count to us? Self
Mhm.
responsibility, like we got to take some accountability, but people won't do it because it's their family members or it's
Yeah.
people that they know. And I know that's going to get people upset, but I don't care. I don't want to
Hmm.
see another mother lose a child. I don't want to see another young person spend the rest of his life in jail. I'm not all
Hmm.
about to lock them up, throw them away. I don't believe in that. I
Hmm.
believe if we can get them, sit down, talk to them, change their life. Because I know in our community, those young black kids benefit us more when they out here as opposed to spending their life in jail.
Hmm.
Mhm.
So that type of mentality, but getting people to get back to the point where we understand it takes a village. High
That's
Hope
right.
Freeport ain't gonna solve it. No matter the initiatives that we got coming or the plans that we doing, we ain't gonna solve it. It take the community,
Hmm.
right? It take
Mhm.
us, the mothers that care. You see these mothers they posting now about how heartless it was for you to
Hmm.
shoot at a house where you know it's older people, kids in there,
Hmm.
babies in there. The community should be outraged about that. We should be
Hmm.
outraged about it, right?
Hmm.
And making noise about it. And it's so I don't know, it's just disheartening.
Yeah,
But
people
just
just
conveying that,
accept it
yeah,
nowadays. It's
yeah, it
just,
become acceptable. But
yeah.
when do we take accountability for us?
Hmm.
And that seems to be lost on people. It's like it's almost I'm comfortable pointing the finger at somebody,
Mhm.
but like even the whole summer I invited people, come out.
Hmm.
Let's sit down, have conversations. That's what the 40
Yeah.
Days in Peace community building was
Hmm.
about. Community building. Let's have conversations on coming together, uniting, and seeing how we can get in front of this. I'm talking
Hmm.
about mamas, daddies, the religious leaders, the political leaders, the community organizations. I hear community organizations that were scared to go into the places we were going,
Yeah.
which was shocking to me because we need the services that you got, right?
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
And how
And
you gonna be a community organization, but you have that fear? You can only
but it's
feel
part
comfortable
right
to serve
part of the community,
certain
certain
people.
parts of the community. I don't want to serve these,
Yeah.
but then you look at it too. It like I said, even the city government, they
Hmm.
showed up at events, and this was the false narrative that it was the city's crime reduction plan. It never was.
Right.
I just presented it to the city like this what we were doing. They showed up at events, but the people, hey, this is what we're doing. Come out, get
Hmm.
these resources, and then have an opportunity to sit and dialogue about with one another about, hey, maybe we can do this to make it better. Maybe we can do that to make it better. Because
Mhm.
again, how Freeport alone ain't gonna make no change. Ain't gonna
Hmm.
solve the problem. We're gonna make an impact, but we're not gonna solve the problem. The same way if you expecting the police, you can't police your way out of it. because it's the
Right.
underlying issues.
Right.
You got to think of poverty in the community, people not being educated, funds not disinvestment in certain wars in the community.
Mhm.
All that plays a factor. And we not having discussions on mental health and trauma informed care, it plays a factor. If we not having conversations on financial literacy about how to get yourself in a place better financially,
Mhm.
all that plays a part in it. So it's not one thing that creates it, it's
Mhm.
multiple things that's going to take multiple people and multiple parts of the community, which is the village, to come and make a change.
That's true. That's true. One person can't do it alone, you
No.
know.
Right.
And that's just it. I find a lot of times everybody wants to do it alone. That's
Getting out them silos, I
and
agree.
that's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. I'm always glad when somebody come and want to help or want to volunteer, want to do something. I think,
Right.
ooh, thank you, thank you. That's taking some weight off of me, and there's more of us, not just one person pushing it. You know, we're more valuable in numbers. You know, we're more powerful, shall I say, in numbers when we all on one accord. But we just sometimes won't do it because of our personal views. I don't like that person. Who cares? I've never been that person that because you don't like this person, I'm not supposed to like them. No, that's what followers do. And I'm not a follower, I'm a leader. So I'm not going to
Group
follow
thinking.
you into, I don't like this person, so you shouldn't like him. My mama, like, no, you ramble on and talk about what you want to talk about, but you don't change my views on anybody. That's up to me. That's the experience you had with that person, not me. It has nothing to do with me. So we need to get up and grow up, first of all, and get out of that.
And
Mhm.
get out those
Respect so
cycles.
much from our kids, but we like nothing is expected from us. You know, we expect our kids to do everything. Get up, do this, clean the house, get ready for school, do this, do that, behave, do this, do that. And then when it comes to us doing something to make things better and easier, you know, in life, and especially in the community, who don't want their community to be better?
Right.
You know, who don't want their community to be safe?
But then again, you have people, and I'm gonna say this, and I don't care if people get mad. People wake up looking for the negative daily,
Yeah, they
right?
do. Some people
And
thrive on the negative, but
they
if we
dedicated
don't
to it.
have that to give to them,
Yeah, but they dedicated to it. So
yeah,
they dedicated because you think about a person that go out their way daily to find every bad thing in Freeport, like it's nothing good happening, right?
yeah,
And they spend their time like, ooh, Zandra them doing
it,
this. And they
mm-mm,
dedicate their time
mm-hmm,
just to show the negative. And then when something good's happening, they mum about it. But again, speaking of how you saying, like you can have people that get together and agree on disliking something. My view
mm-hmm.
is everybody, it shouldn't be questionable that everybody should want to make a safer
Make
community.
That's right.
Right.
That's
I
what I
don't
don't
care
Right.
about what your
understand.
politics
I don't
is,
care about what way you go
nothing.
about doing it, long as we're coming to that end
Yeah.
result is gonna help in the end. I might not bake a cake the same as you, but if you baking the same pound cake I'm baking and mine look different, don't mean that it's wrong. It's still the same thing. We
Yeah.
just have ways of doing things because we're different as human beings.
Yeah. And so,
Just a
and
thought, people.
when you
Just a
dealing
thought.
with community violence, like
Oh, it's getting
communication,
bad. It's just,
communication, bringing programs. But if we never
yeah,
get an opportunity to sit down and come together collectively, it's so much the
come
price of it
together.
collectively. And
Mhm.
that's all I've preached. And I've been told, like, Will, what you're trying to do is impossible. People gonna laugh at you. They're gonna talk about you because you're
So,
trying to bring people together. It doesn't move me because,
mm-hmm,
again, like I said, I don't want no more young people to lose their lives. I don't want no
mm-hmm,
older people to lose their lives. I don't want no more
mm-hmm,
mothers to hurt. I don't want none of these young people to spend their lives in prison. So I'm tasked with that, right? So it's me turning my pain into passion to get out into the community.
Mhm.
And most of the people, y'all just talking. Come out, walk with me down Oak Street, walk with me down Straight Street. Come on, let's go talk to the young people and get out in the
mm-hmm.
community. As opposed, okay, if Whatever idea you got, let's bring it to the table. Because right now we should be looking at everything should be on the table.
Mhm.
And again, I reiterate, is the community, is the local city
Yeah.
officials, they play a role in it. Everybody play a role in it. But we cannot rely on one thing. It ain't gonna be one plan,
Mhm.
one initiative. None of that is gonna completely end it. So everybody come collectively together, communicate with each other, think about programs, more mentoring programs, things that we can get involved in that'll help us chop at the issues.
Right.
And that's the biggest thing. Like shout out to Karel, team step
Mhm.
back. Started the we got the great opportunity to partner with him with the work he been doing for years, and the World is Ours mentoring program with the Boys and Girls Club.
Mhm.
So kick that off. The sign up, I think the sign up's still going, but that'll be starting. So
Mhm.
that type of thing. More men in the community get out, right?
Mhm.
And the mothers that's in the community. Let's hear everybody's voices. Let's get together collectively.
Mhm.
Get out the silos. I got educated on that over the last year and a half of how many people are in silos.
Mhm.
When people look at me and say, "Oh, you work with them?" No, I don't work with
Mhm.
them. But
Mhm.
we both share the common goal of
Mhm.
getting in front of the community violence. So whatever your situation is with that person, you can take an idea from them.
That's right.
It ain't so much that I ain't asking you to go sit at the table and break bread with them and pour wine and
Mhm.
let's just have a conversation. Because
Mhm.
in the end,
You
the
ain't got
young
to give them
people
a
look at
foot
that.
massage.
Yeah. At the end, the young people look at that.
That's
Look
right.
how we act
They
on
do.
Facebook and get down, and we not
Mhm.
even setting examples. So if
Yeah.
I see all the negativity coming from the adults as a young person being impressionable, so eventually we got to come together and start doing something different. But at the end of the day, community building and unity is the key to it.
Yeah, we have to come together, and that's the thing. That's been going on so long, and so many past leaders have preached it and everything, and it just I don't know what the holdup is. I
And
mean,
people are
life is
comfortable talking.
going on,
People comfortable talking, having a
and
thousand meetings instead of
you
getting
don't
active.
get anywhere by just talking. Anybody can talk. You can talk and talk and talk, but if you ain't doing nothing, you ain't making a move. That's all you end up with doing is talking. You have a
Yeah.
question over there? Chills.
Um,
I see you scrolling.
I was trying to see. Dang, you called me out.
He did.
He already kind of touched on the 40 Days of Peace event and how it got going. So,
So what you got coming up?
yeah.
So hey man, blessing we were able to launch Safe Haven, not fully. So
Who?
Safe Haven is a safe space and a group for mothers who've been impacted by gun violence and lost their children to gun violence. So we got a chance to kind of semi kick that off. So that's great. Um, like I said, we got the World is Yours mentoring program going on at the Boys and Girls Club with Career Ship and Team Step Back. So I think it's still time to get more kids signed up if you haven't
So
looked
what
into it and signed
exactly
up.
is that?
So it's a twofold program. So it
Okay.
will be a basketball tournament, but the way this one is created is um, we got it coin check in ball out. So the check in aspect of it is the mentoring aspect. So we'll be kind of talking to the young man about emotional intelligence, telling them about setting academic goals, seeing how they
Mhm.
feeling emotionally, teaching them about financial literacy, right?
Mhm.
Financial literacy, and just basically giving them manhood ideas. How do they define manhood? What manhood look like? The impact of that on them going on in this fifth through eighth graders, the young people. And this is what you call prevention, right? Already instilling in them ways to handle their emotions, how to think about setting goals for themselves, whether it's academically, financially, what to value in life, what means valuable in life, educating them on their
Yeah.
history, where they come from, where to go, how to interact with women, right? Or how to interact with women, how to interact in relationships, how to be young entrepreneurs. We fully expect to see some of them in the next entrepreneur expo.
Mhm.
So that type of thing. and then they go through the class, and then they able to play. And it's follow up, like we checking on them in school, see how they doing in school, see what the mothers and the parents feeling about it, how they doing at home. So it's mentoring in a sense where we just guiding them, right? And giving them real life projections on, if you travel this road, this is what will happen. This is the safer road that happen. Or overall the check in, just how you doing, how you feeling, like what's your feeling today, what are you going through? Because rarely in our community do you get to actually see that. When we see the young guys, is more across the street or till our nose up to them. Let's talk to these young people, see how they feeling, get an idea for what they doing. So that's going on at the Boys and Girls Club. On the 21st, we had the opportunity to partner with the Housing Authority of the City of Freeport. Shout out to Tasha, Prairie State Legal Services. So us three together, High Hope Freeport, Prairie State Legal Service, and the Housing Authority, we have the expungement information about people being able to get their records expunged and sealed. This is important, excuse me, because this play in reducing recidivism, getting housed, and people able to get jobs, which all plays into one of the underlying roots of what causes community violence, right? Because if people not able to get jobs, you in survival mode, right? If you're not able to get good housing, you in survival mode. So giving this information out, and some people can't even go further in their careers now because maybe of a mistake that they made a while ago.
And some people can't even get a career, and you know it's a shame a lot of times. And I've seen it too. The people get turned down for jobs or something they did that might have been 50 years ago or something, and you know, and they still considering it. I'm like, okay, so you lived a perfect life and you never did anything.
Yeah, that's the perfect
So
world that
I'm
we live
this
in.
this literally gonna follow me to my deathbed the rest of my life. I won't be able to get a decent job or anything. So I think that's a great thing to be touching on. So many people have that as a barrier,
So they remove
record,
Yeah,
that
they can't
barrier.
even
and
get a
they
place to
right,
stay.
and they're completely different, living a different life, but they have that as like a weight around their neck every time they want to take a step up. This is holding them back, and which
Yeah.
I think is very, very unfair.
Yeah.
Very
So
unfair.
and yeah, it's and people in the community need it, right? It this lowers recidivism. It help people not continue to
Yeah.
commit crime. It help people get out of survival mode, right? Because if
Hmm.
I know I'm walking around and I don't got no record or nothing, it's with everything. Whether you trying to get a
Hmm.
home, even your credit, like it
Mhm.
affects so many things. So we'll be having that. This will
And you
be
don't not quick to do something to make yourself have a record again. You know,
yeah. Because
you get that cleaned up. You want to keep it
you want to
that
keep it that
way
way, yeah.
because you'll see benefits that you hadn't seen before. So
Right.
that's positive.
So this is the expungement informational, and we just people bring out
Hmm.
your notebook, bring a pen, a friend, a notebook, pen, bring a friend, somebody else
Yeah.
may have made a mistake or still dealing with something that they did multiple years ago. So that'll be Tuesday, this Tuesday,
Hmm.
the 21st from 6 to 7:30 at Westview Community Building.
Hmm.
On the east side, on the east end rather. So you come out, we'll have food will be provided, dinner will be provided. Shout out to Prairie State Legal Services as well as the Housing Authority, Freeport Housing Authority, and Miss Tasha. Trying a while to get this going, but they finally,
Got it going.
got it
Mhm.
going and
Hmm.
collaborated with us and got it going. So
Yeah, that's good.
yeah.
That'll be a good event. Mm, that'll be good.
Oh, your
What?
phone ringing?
Oh, I tell people I cannot answer the phone when I'm on live.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and soon we'll be making an announcement for
Yeah, I just want to say
IHP.
this. If anybody, we can't answer the phone. They keep saying that while we're on live. The phones are busy. You guys have to leave your comments here, your questions here, or call back later.
So yeah, that's what we got upcoming, and we got another thing brewing, but we're not gonna make no announcement yet. We may be making one towards the end of the month.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we mainly focus on the mentoring program right now, and then this upcoming thing, and then we were blessed to get Safe Haven started.
Mm-hmm.
So in January, we are trying to launch the Awakening program, which is a youth deterrent program, diversion program, kind of like for kids that's already in the justice system
Mm-hmm.
and young people that's in the justice system, 18 to 24. And the Awakening program is strictly about gun violence and how we approach gun violence
Yeah.
and getting them to think different. And in February, we are planning on launching a legacy program, which is empowering men through the PAIL principles, redefining manhood. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
the next 6 months will be busy months.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Well, it's good to keep busy.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it's good. It's good to keep busy. Planning stuff. Our kids need things. They need skills. One thing I was thinking about, the kids need a lot of stuff, but they also need skills that they're not getting. Remember when
Mm-hmm.
we were going to school, we had home ec, at least. We learned how to cook, we learned how to sew, we learned how to do all kind of other things, and that's not in the school system. And the kids, a lot of time, they've just been told, oh, you just need to go to college, you just need to do this. And what is they really getting them when they get out?
Right.
Most of the time they
Yeah.
taking all that education and going to McDonald's
Yeah.
or going somewhere. So I always thought if we had some type of programs where, and say for instance, we have a young kid, he might be 12 years old and
Hmm.
he wants to be a mechanic. Let him go and watch, for a few hours or whatever at a mechanic shop, that somebody there can, mentor him to talk to him, let him see stuff. Okay, this kid is interested in that.
Mm-hmm.
We got to find out what kids want to do too,
Mm-hmm.
because it's very important. If we don't find out what they want, we won't be able to reach them on very much stuff. That's just showing interest in what they want. It's not about what we necessarily want. It's about what they want, which would end up deterring them maybe from going out there and doing something.
Yeah, and there's a lot of organizations in Freeport that are
A
actually doing good
lot.
work. I just my belief and one of the
Mhm.
reasons for creating the 40 days of
Yes.
community peace and building and community peace and community building was bringing those organizations into our
Mhm.
neighborhoods, right, and
Mm-hmm.
connecting with them.
Yes.
Cause sometime, and I ain't gonna say sometime, I've been educated. The distrust
Mhm.
between our communities, distrusting city government, rightfully so, distrusting organizations, things like that, to try to repair that breach,
Mhm.
right? But also getting the community, like sometimes we got to go looking for it. But
Yeah.
my approach to the community organizations was when I was putting the 40 days in Peace of Growing, understanding meeting people where they at.
Mhm.
Like come out into these
Mhm.
communities and see what we are doing and see how you can connect with a
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
clientele that really need those resources. So you got the
Mhm.
Yield program, you got the Awakening Foundation that's doing good
Yes.
work. The Boys and Girls Club always doing good work, which
Mm-hmm.
I wish more people supported them.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Um, Workforce
Yeah.
Connection, they got great programs, but it's about the community being aware of it
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
and them being more proactive and reaching out to the community as well. So all
Yeah.
those
So,
things definitely come into play.
so how do you build the trust with the people who might not trust certain institutions or like nonprofits or?
Well, some people may not be knowledgeable, but you build a trust by going out and meeting people where they at and coming into the community, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you look, I'm steady going back to the 40 days of peace and community building, but I'm using that as an example. The locations that we went. So the locations that we went were considered high hope areas,
Mhm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Areas where it was known to be community violence going on and things like that. And the people that came out were able to connect with the resources, but the people that wasn't educated about it were not educated about it, but they adhered to the false narrative of what was being put out. They're gonna tell you, oh, they was in bouncy houses. That's all they did. or they clean the church parking lot.
Mm-hmm.
But the community resource partners that came out and were able to connect with individuals, that's how you start building that trust. Because if I never have sit down and have a conversation with you to really understand what y'all do and how y'all do it, why would I trust you?
Right.
Yeah.
And I've been educated now. I've learned about this large distrust between in the city of Freeport, right?
Mm-hmm.
Between certain communities and the government, our communities and the elected officials, our communities, and maybe some of the nonprofit organizations. But
Mm-hmm.
that's a generational thing that's been built in. So it's hard to repair that bridge. So the
Yeah.
best way, like I said, is come out, come into the community, right? And
Mm-hmm.
then you got to show the community that you're doing something. That's
Yeah.
why I always go to like, hey, of course, people need to be held accountable
Mm-hmm.
without question. The local officials, our elected officials, I'm not excluding nobody. But if you never come out and reach the people and talk to the people and see what the people are going through, that trust ain't never going to be rebuilt.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
It's true because people have to know you. They'll trust you more if they've seen you a few times. They know what you're up to, and they know it's not just you out here one time, then they don't see you
Yeah,
anymore.
right.
Right.
And
Right.
they're like, "Well, what happened to so and so?" Well, yeah, they don't do that anymore. Well, what impact did you have? And so all I can say is keep on doing what you're doing. We're not in this world to worry about who gives approval, long as the man upstairs give approval.
Without question.
We're
God first.
not worried about what this person think or what that person think, because all of that mess will interfere with your goal and your dream. Is like constantly throwing darts, constantly throwing darts. And
Mhm.
my big question is why? If you got that much energy to constantly throw darts, you got that much energy to work together and to use that same negative energy
Mm.
to build together.
Right.
You got all that steam in your engine, get on the right track. That's all I can say. Why you go? Don't be going down the wrong way, and you're gonna crash. You got two tracks. You can go this way, that way,
Right.
and we've always done things better together. But it's just so much. We're too small of a town to be as divided as we are.
And that is one of the main things. So
To
I
be
share with you,
divided.
yeah. So I want so in Chicago, I'm from K Town. That's the neighborhood I'm from,
Mm-hmm.
the west side of Chicago. K Town and Holy City.
South side,
Yeah,
right
anybody
here.
that's from there know. And growing up, we beefed hard. Like
You and kid, you
in
better
the
run through
80s and
there
the
and
90s,
don't let your car break down
yeah,
over there either.
80s and the 90s compared to
K Town.
yeah, compared to what people show now, because it's more media size with social
Yeah,
media. But
yeah.
then gun violence was almost triple what it is
Mm-hmm.
now.
Mhm.
So what we were able to do as we got older and got in the community, those of us who thought process changed, and I shared this with you, Zandra. I want to
Mm-hmm.
say 3, 4 months ago, we celebrated 10 years
Mm-hmm.
of not being in conflict with each other. I mean, not one
Mm-hmm.
shot fight
Oh
Mm-hmm.
wow.
in a 20-block radius, right?
Mm-hmm.
On that little west side, that little part of the west side of Chicago. So
Mm-hmm.
all the stuff that you see about what's going on in Chicago, right there in that neighborhood, because the community chose
Mm-hmm.
to, right?
Yeah.
Because the
Mhm.
community, the men in the community, the
And that's
women in
just
the
it.
community,
We don't have to
the
wait for
community got
somebody.
tied, and
That's
that's
right.
it. Everybody, we was like, hey.
Yeah.
So even like guys, we was trying to kill each other growing up.
Mm-hmm.
We came together and
Mm-hmm.
went out and talked to the youth, got out in the community, fed the community, started mentoring program. I came home from prison working with them. They had already started it once I got out
Mm-hmm.
and
Mhm.
celebrated 10 years of not one shot fight. So for me, it's hard for you to tell me it's impossible to do in Freeport.
Mm-hmm.
And then add that to the fact I'm a believer
Mm-hmm.
and I believe in God and
Mm-hmm.
Jesus Christ. So
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
I carry that with me everywhere I go. So
Mm-hmm.
I know it's possible. It's just once the people actually come together.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing. Like, let's come together. And is the key to what you said, waiting on somebody else to do it for us. That ain't how
That
long
ain't
you gonna
gonna
wait?
happen. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what my next question on that is. You say, and I agree. People need to come together, and you put that out there, and people already know that. I mean, how could you not know
Yeah.
that we need to come together and how things are falling apart? But I don't think anybody should let that stop them
No, no,
at
no, you
all.
can't.
Don't let it stop you just because you won't have a large group following, because you don't need a large group following anyway. A lot of times it's more problems. Um, Worry about what you have. If it's a small group that believe in your purpose and willing to really get out there and really fight
Hmm.
and do stuff, like Jesus even tell you, it only takes a small handful, because he'll be right there in the midst. It don't have to be a whole big 10,000. I never did like going to those big churches that have like 10,000 members and everything. I like, my pastor wouldn't even know me. He wouldn't even know me. When would he meet me? He wouldn't know me. All he would know is that money is coming in. But even if it's a small group, I know a lot of small, powerful groups. We just have to keep going and keep pushing on our
Yeah,
own,
you keep going.
regardless of somebody hating on it or what they saying negative. So, because they're not getting nothing out of it. They're just talking something negative. So what? Who
Yeah, and I
cares?
don't even think it's hating at this point. I think
Yes.
it's uneducated and misery. Some people
But
are
some
fear
people
mongering.
are
Yeah.
educated on
No, no,
stuff.
no,
They
no, no,
just
no.
act
What?
uneducated.
That means they are
Yeah,
uneducated.
they act
Yeah.
uneducated
and,
because when it
and
comes to things they believe in,
yeah,
oh, they know everything and they want everybody to listen to everything. Then they, rocket scientists, they know all the ins and out, but nobody else knows anything.
no, and for when we
Just
dealing with
people out
community
here like that.
violence, yeah, when we dealing community violence, it's never gonna be a one stop solution. If that was there,
Mm-mm.
it wouldn't be so much in the country,
No.
not just in Freeport, but and not just in the country, in the world
Mhm.
altogether. And the things that we don't talk about, where all the guns coming from, right? Like all those things. But at the end of the day, it's gonna be negative people. They gonna exist. It's gonna be people
Yeah.
that push fear mongering. That's how they get the attention that they want.
Hmm.
But
Mhm.
at the end of the day, those that really, 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 really care about what's going on in the community, we have to get out there. We got to love on these
Hmm.
babies, love on these families, talk to these young people. We got to hold these other accountable at the end
Hmm.
of the day.
Hmm.
And
Because
like
you
you
will
said,
be held
accountable.
accountable
Yeah, when it's
at
over.
the end of your
Yeah.
day.
Mhm.
I
For
hope you're going in
real.
the opposite
Yeah,
direction.
you're going to be held accountable, whether you're held accountable here, if you believe you're going to be held accountable
Yeah.
at the end of the day. So
So,
that's nice to lead off with that. Very good interview. Did you have anything else you want to ask? Very good interview.
Um,
When she say that means yes, maybe.
let me just see. We already kind of talked about what's next.
Yeah, we talked about what's coming next. And
yeah.
did you bring this for us or
Yeah,
you
so
need
y'all may
that?
repeat it in another show. And then also the website is down now, it's being reconstructed. So if anybody
Okay.
go to highhopefreeport.com, the website is being reconstructed. But I do want to end with this.
Mm-hmm.
I want to ask everybody to pray for our city.
Yeah.
Pray for the
Mhm.
family. I won't mention their name because they're going through it, who was impacted by the gun violence last night.
Yes.
Um, Pray for them. Pray for our city. And
Mm-hmm.
find it in your heart to actively care. And when I say
Mm-hmm.
actively care, not just talk about it. Go out there, talk to a young person. Go out
Mhm.
there, the families that's been impacted by this community violence, hug on them, tell them you love them. Love on your kids, love on your neighbors, love on your community. Let's be actively doing things in our community, man. That's really gonna help our community. So that little
Right.
young kid that you see out there that you think you can't approach, just ask them how you doing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the mothers that's dealing with it, just say hey to you when you praying for them. But overall, pray for our city because we at a
Yes.
crossroads. So pray for our city.
Yes.
Yeah. And
We got
where can people go if they want to help support High Hope Freeport and the
right
people?
now, like I said, the website is down, but you can always go to the Facebook page. Um, Shout out to M45 Marketing and Caitlin. You know, though that's who
Oh, you got M45 working for you?
not for me. Not for me. So they were actually one of the sponsors of the 40 days of peace and community building. Shout out to FHN and Faith Center Freeport, which were the three sponsors of the
Mhm.
40 days of peace and community building. But M45 Marketing have been gracious enough to come and support. And so Caitlin McNaught, who is amazing, is the one who uh how do I say that?
Mhm.
Controls the Facebook page or
Oh,
whatever. I'm trying to be
okay.
social media correct, but
Mhm.
so you can go on there and find out more information about what we're doing, what we got coming up until the website is back up and coming. So any information you want to know, and if you just want to reach out, so all my information is up there. Like I said, the website is being uploaded to put our board members on there, other members of High Hope Freeport on there. So, but anything you want to know or reach out, simple send an inbox or my email address is up there. Send me an email. And even if
Okay.
you got good community events going on, simple. If you want to have a simple conversation, and I'm 100 with it. If you just want somebody to come talk to your son, if you think he's doing something, I'm there. We don't sleep. We actively want to see change in our community. So, and
All
any
right.
great ideas that you all have, we are right now trying to organize a men's roundtable and a women's roundtable where we can come and discuss thoughts and have ideas on how to make our community better and
Mhm.
Nice.
safer. So, any ideas that anybody got and want to add on, feel free to just post them on How Freeport. I suggest you come follow it, and you got ideas or things that you think will make our community safer. Feel free. We don't edit and we don't block nobody, none of that, because it's about the community. So,
Mhm.
but if you come in with something negative or to downgrade somebody else, please come with a solution of your own. I ain't even
Mhm.
telling you. I ain't even telling you not to make a comment. Comment how you
Mhm.
feel, but please come with a solution or
Right.
Right,
idea for a
right.
solution.
Instead of
So
just
Mhm.
complaining.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Put
true.
some legs behind them words and get off them fingers.
Mhm.
So if you got something negative to say, it don't bother me because my mission is my mission. But I know I
Mhm.
don't know everything, and I know
Mhm.
it's not one thing that's gonna solve it. But so if you got some negativity you want to add, please bring a resolution with it.
Mhm.
A
All right.
resolution, yeah.
All
Yeah,
right.
And of
yeah.
Now
course,
that's
Thank
thank
good.
you,
Good.
you.
Yes.
Voices and
Yes.
Views.
Yes. Yes. Episode 12,
Yeah,
right?
Yep, episode
Episode
12.
episode
12,
12.
wrapping it up. And we have coming up Friday, you guys make sure you're with us. We're doing our first international interview.
International.
That's right. We got a doctor that's going to be here. Well, she's not going to be here. She's also going to stream in. That's going to be an earlier time. Don't forget, Chaz. We're
Yeah.
doing the special interview at 12 p.m. Central Standard Time. And she's going to bring some information straight from Gaza. You guys writing the headlines, what's going on, some things you think you know, and you might not really
Hmm.
know. So
Hmm.
this is coming straight from somebody's mouth who's there, been there,
Feet on
and
the
know
ground.
what's going on. So, and she has agreed to exclusively give this interview to Voices and Views. She said she exclusively would give it to us. So she's gonna give us a lot of information that we
Hmm.
can pass on to you guys. So that's this Friday. We will stream it. You can stream it for later too, right? We
Hmm.
will stream it for later on for our show because she requested an earlier time, which we understand. So this Friday, 12 p.m. All right.
I
So,
got one more thing I forgot to add. Please
hmm
support the Boys and Girls Club. So they are
yes.
doing a fundraising the Boys and Girls Club of Stevenson County, along with the Community Foundation of Northern Illinois, another great organization. They are doing a funding match to keep
Hmm.
the. You can go on the Boys and Girls Club of Stevenson county Facebook page to get more information about it. But please, that's a pillar of our community that we don't need. Please support them and the great work that the foundation is doing to support them.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Thank you for the interview once again.
And yes, for having me.
Yes.
Shout out to Vince.
Yeah.
Gia Products, Gia Travel.
Yeah, Vince.
Go see him in the Lincoln Mall.
Yes, go see him in the Lincoln Mall, you guys. Go check out what he has down there. He said he's down there. He put in some hours there. So if you're out there around, they have an event coming up, I think, at the mall.
I think they got a couple of events.
And he probably will be there doing that event. So don't forget to stop by and say hey to him while you're there.
Every day now till 4 o'clock.
Till 4 o'clock? Yeah. Okay. I'm going to have to sneak up on him. So we also are always looking to interview people. We don't just, you can make your suggestions, you can call in, and we do take into consideration everybody, but when it comes down to it, it's our own decision in the end. And I had to make that clear just because someone wants to come on. It's not just, okay, it's set and go. This is our podcast. No, we do have that right to be selective, and we will not deal in any mess. We will not get into any politics and all that kind of stuff. You can do that on your own. We will have serious subjects, but we also will do fun topics because it's a lot of depressing stuff already going on. We not here to depress you, but we are here to keep you informed. So tune in Friday. Don't forget, we got a very, very, very special interview. So straight from the headlines, we're going to bring it to you live here on Voices in View. Bye now.
See ya.
Can you play the ending?
It's not on here. Oh wait. Okay. Is it gonna play though?
We gonna talk about some things tonight. Got a tea in a glass with ice. We got voices, we got views tonight. We got voices, we got views tonight. We gonna talk about some things tonight. Got a tea in a glass with ice. We got voices, we got views tonight. We got voices, we got views tonight. Come to the light.